What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Guys, I think we're done traveling for the year. I don't know. I think we're done traveling for at least a couple of months because, man, I'm wore the crap out. But clearly, you know, it's cooling off a little bit. Tracks are closed. We got ice and snow and everything else. But time to get back on this GT. Heads cam intake. Let's go. All right, boys, and I'm sure everybody has caught the video where we tore down the engine for the white 88 GT. As you can see, it's already started life as something a little better. That, boys and girls, is a beautiful sight. Dude, you've been busy here. Well, I'm off running around everywhere, you know. Dover has been here burning the midnight oil. So let's run you through real quick. Of course, this is the 30 over bottom end that we thought was stock. Ended up being a 306. There it is. Got a fresh coat of paint, fresh gaskets, TFS 170 heads, TFS stage 1 cam, TFS upper and lower intake, 1.6 TFS roller rockers, all in and ready to go. Chromoly 6.7 inch long push rods, BBK shorties. I mean, she's pretty well ready to go. Then, of course, right here, got the throttle body. I think this is 65 millimeter. Yeah, 65 millimeter throttle body and EGR spacer. And then, of course, the oil filler, TFS oil filler, which is going to go right here. If you've never done this kit, you do have to drill the valve cover. Make sure you don't drill it too big, because then you'll be pretty well screwed. Now, going behind this, because the transmission in the car was junk, is right over there. There it is, boys. The owner picked this up, totally rebuilt T5. As you can see, it's cleaned and painted and freshly sealed and ready to rock and roll. So once the car is done, it's gonna have, you know, fresh transmission, the engine's nice and clean, resealed, brand new top end. Gonna be pretty freaking awesome. All right, boys, so as you can see, the engine bay pretty well cleaned up. Just gave it a spray. You know, nothing too crazy, mainly just to get all the gunk and everything off the K-member where the engine been leaking for most of our lives, just like most Foxes do. But that's pretty much it as far as this car goes. I'm gonna replace all the heater hoses, stuff like that, and bolt the engine trans together, drop everything in. There's a few other little projects. We've got some exhaust and stuff like that to do. But I mean, this car is going to be completely 100% better than when it came. This car, as you know, sat for 8 years. If you've watched the channel for any length of time, this car sat for over 8 years waiting for someone to save it, and we did. So super all right, so back in the shop. And you probably saw this a minute ago. This is the engine for the white 93 GT. All right, guys, so I actually have not formally introduced you to this car. Again, this is a customer car that we're going to be doing some work to. I don't even remember what year it is. This is a 93. Okay, so white, gray interior, 93. We've also got the white 88 that you saw probably on the last upload. But anyway, white 93 GT. And it's in for a lot of little projects. It needs a lot of little stuff, which we're doing. We've already installed a new harmonic balancer, stuff like that. Hold on, let's pop the hood, see what's going on over there. Well, it's already popped. Got some chrome ponies there that need a cleaning. But yeah, guys, had to put a balancer on it. A lot of little stuff, you know, just kind of fixing things. And this is actually out of Alex's 4i car. The engine that was in it was deemed unworthy, so end up using this one. As you can see, already got the header, turbo headers on there, and copper RTV for that leak-free seal. Definitely do this. Your oil filter normally is right there, so grab one of these little oil filter relocations, kicks the filter out here, and solve your clearance issue right away. But I mean, it's got roller rocker, it's got a mild cam in it, and then of course you've got an Edelbrock upper and lower intake. The upper is right over there, but of course the turbo is going to mount right here. So this engine is really close to being ready to be dropping to drop back in as well and get the 93 GT done. All right, boys, and if you did not catch the first couple installments of the white 93, this is the On3 Turbo kit here. It's going to be going on that car. Going to be a pretty neat little setup. It's going to run pretty good and make turbo noises, which, you know, is always a plus. Definitely always a plus. But he's got all kinds of stuff, and then over here, it's going to be good right there. Over here, you got the turbo. It's just sitting here ready to rock whenever the engine gets ready to go. Gonna be good. All right, boys, so what is left for the 93 GT? Obviously, we're gonna do a little more cleaning up under the hood, and just like the other car, you know, replace some hoses, stuff like that. And believe we're actually gonna do a heater core in this bad boy too, because like most Foxes, it's leaking. But super cool that we had both these cars here, and they're both white, which is kind of ironic, but hey, you know, whatever. The awesome thing, y'all, about these cars is these are both really good budget-minded, I say that, budget-minded options for building your car. Two completely different ways of making power. Heads cam intake versus turbo. And you know, I compared the cost in the video a while back. The cost is going to be very similar. The power level is going to be pretty close, as far as, you know, stock motor with a turbo or no boost and heads cam intake. So it's going to be, the power is going to be very close. The cost is going to be very close, you know, and again, I did a video talking about the difference. It's, you know, 6 in one hand, half dozen the other. It's pretty similar all the way around, so take your pick, you know, what do you want. But it's been really awesome having these cars here, and just doing small block Ford stuff, you know. It's not always all about swaps, even though I love the swaps. Sometimes you just go back to basics. All right, guys, so the next installment of the white GTs, you will see this engine going back in the car. They put the clutch, flywheel, all that, a few odds and ends, injectors, and so forth on there, and this engine will be going back in. Though this thing's pretty.
Beautiful.
It's all fresh and clean, and I mean, look at them. They're so pretty when they're new.
I mean, you know, that's the old intake, dude.
Yeah, just compare the old intake. You know, this, like I said, if you caught the video when we pulled this thing apart, it was nasty. But really, all that's left here, just put the injectors on, heater tube, and all that. Throttle body, got to pull the old studs out of the upper, which is right there. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Gonna love it. All right, boys, and as I said earlier, the other thing that you will be seeing shortly is we'll be doing Turbski stuff as well. So super excited to make turbo noises, and of course get the heads cam intake engine in that car. And really, both the white GTs don't lack a whole lot, as you can see. I mean, they're basically ready to go back together. So, and also, more Coyote stuff is on the way. So in the meantime, if you like all kinds of badassery Fox related, of course, please give me a big thumbs up. Make sure you smash that subscribe button. And guys, it never ends. Catch you next time.